Greetings, cyberdogs and citizens of the internet, and welcome back to another episode from the Kingdomcraft server. How is everybody doing today? I am doing absolutely jazztastic, my friends, and let me tell you why. We are back in the beautiful world of Kingdomcraft here. The moon is rising through the center of that cathedral. Isn't that a glorious freaking sight? And man, am I happy to be back on the server. It's been a couple of weeks now since we've been on the server, and I've been super busy going to Gamescom, starting back work at my job, and I just haven't had a ton of time to get back on the server. But now we are back in action, man, and I just cannot wait to get cracking on some beautiful things we're going to be building. And speaking of beautiful things, feast your eyeballs on what has happened below the Library of Kingdomcraft here on what was once before a giant bank of freaking dirt. Isn't this looking glorious? Iskall has been hard at freaking work trying to figure out what to do with all of this mountainside that we had underneath the library, and what he's done is he's constructed these massive palisades, which I think look absolutely fantastic. What I love most about it is it looks like this place has been here forever, right? Like the dirt has sort of built up over time against these walls, sort of half covering them up and so on. Doesn't that look absolutely amazing? You know, we were trying to figure out what to do with this space underneath the library for a long ass time, and I think that Iskall has cracked it with these things. We got fountains, we've got beautiful pillars with some leaf action going on, we've got some glorious looking, I don't even know what this is, but these details are absolutely amazing. I think that this is just a beautiful, beautiful addition to the Library of Kingdomcraft build, and it's pretty much helped to bring the whole Mountain Kingdom together, hasn't it? Man, this place is looking absolutely awesome. There in the distance, in the fog, you can see the cathedral towering over the Mountain Kingdom, looking absolutely sweet. Now, there have been a couple of more changes since we were last together. It's been a couple of weeks since we've been on the server, so why don't we spend a little bit of time, not too much time, but let's spend the beginning of this episode talking about some of the changes that have happened around here. Number one, we are going to find a new place for the cattle pen that we had over here. You know, those cows were freaking mooing their asses off, making an insane amount of noise around here, and I think you can agree that it's much more peaceful here, isn't it? I mean, it is just, it's so much quieter now. Oh man, just look at that, the moon setting behind the library. Isn't that looking amazing? I absolutely love that. Now, what else has happened here in the Mountain Kingdom that I can show you? I think there's been a little bit of work in the back areas over here. Let me take you through to something that Stress Monster did that I absolutely love. Basically, what she has made is a glorious little picnic area, which I absolutely love. Check it out. If we come all the way up here, there is a wonderful little picnic table for us Kingdom Crafters to come and chillax. You know what? In fact, I'm going to take a seat right here at the table. I'm going to munch on some cooked chicken. Bam! That is how you enjoy a picnic right here in Kingdomcraft, man. Isn't this place awesome? There is also a beautiful little pond over here. This is a chicken pond. It's kind of weird, but you know, Stress Monster is kind of weird, so I love it though. Isn't it awesome? It just looks like an ancient like cave that's been overgrown with algae and overgrown with foliage and whatnot. It is just looking beautiful. Absolutely love this area. Good job on that one, Stress. Looking absolutely sweet. Now, what else can I show you around here? There's just a rogue crafting table hanging out. Let's have a look. What else around here? I think that's pretty much everything new in the Mountain Kingdom that you guys haven't seen yet. So I think, why don't we take a mosey on toward the Swamp Kingdom and have a look there. Guys, I gotta tell you, this is slowly but surely becoming one of my favorite views on the Kingdomcraft server. I don't know why, but I am just falling in love with the Swamp Kingdom. Doesn't it look absolutely awesome? Over there we have our swamp village that Iskall and I built together, and over there we've got the swampy spa that Stress Monster and I are currently working on. We're going to be working a little bit more on this build in this episode. But isn't the Swamp Kingdom looking beautiful? I know that Krillic is working very hard on the witch farm, trying to make it look less like a witch farm and more like something that fits into the Swamp Kingdom. But isn't this looking absolutely awesome? Oh, and hello, Stress has joined. Hey, Stress! Just recording a solo. Oh man, but I'm absolutely loving the Swamp Kingdom, guys. It's looking glorious, isn't it? Man, so sweet. Well, the Swamp Kingdom is coming along really, really nicely. I'm very, very happy with the progress that we're making there. And of course, as you guys should know, we have opened up a brand new kingdom on the server, and that is the Kingdom of Roxolani, which is the Plains Kingdom. We are not quite ready to head over to the Plains Kingdom just yet, because we've got a ton of work to do ourselves, not only right here in the Mountain Kingdom, but also in the Swamp Kingdom. We're going to be starting off today's episode by doing a little bit more work in the railway station. And guys, as you can see, I've been grinding my ass off trying to get this place looking freaking sweet. And I think you will agree with me, this place is slowly but surely starting to actually look like a railway station. I've done a lot of this grinding on camera, and I'm going to be putting all of that footage in the next dog mail that usually comes out on a Sunday. So go check that out if you guys want to see what I did around this beautiful freaking station here. But we're going to talk a little bit more about what I've done to this place. It's looking absolutely sweet. And then we're going to head over into the Swamp Kingdom and work a little bit on the Swampy Spa. Let's have a look. Do we get a nice view of the place from over here? Not really, but there are a couple of things that we need to do in the Swamp Kingdom, you and I, and man, it is actually, we still have quite a lot of work to do before we head over to Roxolani. So, as you guys can see, I've put a ton of work into finishing off the roofs of each of the lanes inside of our railway station. And I just finished off working on this one earlier today, and what I want to do now with you guys is work on this one here, and potentially finish off the last one here too. And that is basically going to complete the foundations for our station, and then we can start working on the detail. I know this place is looking very, very plain. We need to get a whole bunch of variation going on with the stone walls. It's all looking a little bit too, I don't know how to describe it, a little bit too Minecraft newbie, I suppose is the way to put it. We need to make the place look like it's been used, like it's been here for many, many hundreds of years. Thousands of travelers and commuters have gone through the place. We need to get the floors all roughed up. We need to get the walls all roughed up, and we need to add all the nice little details like redstone lamps and iron bars and lighting and all of that sweet freaking jazz, man. We got a ton of work to do here, and of course we also have to figure out where the railway lines are going to go, and we need to connect a brand new railway line from the station to the Roxolani Kingdom. Currently, we have a line that runs all the way back to Spawn, but I think what we're probably going to have to do is change that line to go to Roxolani instead of Spawn. Because the line goes in the same direction as Roxolani and Spawn, it doesn't really make sense to have two lines running in the same direction. So that's going to be another one of our major projects over the next couple of weeks. Now, we've got a ton of other major projects that we're currently working on, and I thought that as we haven't been on the server for a couple of weeks now, I thought while I'm doing all of this work in the station, let's do a little bit of a recap of what we are currently up to on the Kingdomcraft server. And man, let me tell you, it is actually a lot. Well, firstly, you know, as we are here in the station, we are currently working on this Mountain Kingdom railway station, and this should probably be finished pretty quickly though, I suppose. We're about 80% of the way there, so this isn't going to be too much of a time-consuming build. Other than that, in the Mountain Kingdom, I think we're pretty much done for now, until we find something else to build in the Mountain Kingdom. Sorry about that, guys. Just had to turn off my phone. Just realized that it's been beeping all episode long. I do apologize for that. Hope it hasn't been too freaking annoying. But yeah, so we're pretty much done in the Mountain Kingdom once we finish this particular build off. We move over to the Swamp Kingdom then, and man, we actually do have quite a lot of work to do in the Swamp Kingdom. Number one, we need to finish the Harbor Station, which is of course the connection between the railway station and the Swamp Kingdom. We've pretty much finished off the foundations of it, but it does need detail. We need to finish the underside of the Harbor Station too. It's looking a little bit messy down there. There's a whole bunch of redstone, of course, for the amazing boat dispenser that Iskal built for us. So we're going to have to sort that out too. Let me just turn these mob hostile creature noises down a little bit. That zombie is getting directly into my brain, and he is driving me cray-cray. What else do we have in the Swamp Kingdom? Well, of course, we are working on the Swampy Spa with Stress Monster. We still have a lot of work to do on that sucker. It's pretty much finished, but we need to finish off the vegan eatery. We also need to finish off the walls that are going to be surrounding the Swampy Spa. I want it to be like a really unique and really solitary experience when you go in there. I want you to feel like you've gone to another world when you go to the Swampy Spa. After all, it does cost something like 64 gold nuggets to spend a day there, you know. We got to give our freaking customers a 5-star experience in that freaking spa. So we're going to be doing a little bit of that in today's episode too, just having a look at how we can take that jazz to the next level. And then Stress Monster and I are going to finish it off together in a collab episode this week. So we've got a ton of work to do over there too. There is, of course, another very big build that we are kind of just ignoring right now, and that is, of course, the Ziggurat. The Ziggurat of the Swamp Kingdom. We built that sucker with Iskall and Wells Knight about a month ago. It looks absolutely amazing. I love it so much. But at the moment, it is completely empty. There is nothing inside of it, and we need to try and figure out a clever way to use the interior of the Ziggurat in a smart way. So yeah, I'm still sort of trying to figure out exactly how we're going to be doing that. Hopefully you guys will be able to help me out with some really cool ideas on that one. But that is another major project inside of the Swamp Kingdom for us that we're going to need to finish off. What else do we need to do? Well, I want to add many more houses into the Swampy Village that Iskall and I built. I want that to become a giant district in the Swamp Kingdom. Maybe, in fact, we could even add a couple of sort of bigger houses in there too. Maybe some sort of a pagan cathedral or a swampy cathedral, or not a cathedral, maybe like a little church or something like that in that district, right? I think that'll look pretty freaking awesome. So I want to work a little bit more on that too. And that, I suppose, for now, will be our time done in the Swamp Kingdom. Of course, what we still need to do is build a house for ourselves in the Swamp Kingdom. Currently, we have a house right here in the Mountain Kingdom that we built with Python, which I absolutely love. I love my apartment here in the Mountain Kingdom, but I also want my own pad, man. A man needs his own pad. In every single kingdom on the Kingdomcraft server. That's just my opinion. But I definitely want to be building myself a house in the Swamp Kingdom. No idea what it's going to look like yet. Absolutely zero clue what we're going to be doing about that. But that is definitely something that I want to be building there. So, a couple of pretty big projects for us in the Swamp Kingdom, which is amazing. And then we'll be able to go over to Roxolani. I think that we'll be going over to Roxolani this week, actually. Maybe we'll make a start there. I know that a ton of you guys are super excited about Roxolani and about what we're going to be crafting there. And I know that a lot of the Kingdom Crafters are also rearing to go and get in there. But we're currently suffering from, I don't know how to explain it. I guess it's New Kingdom nerves is what I'm going to call it, okay? The New Kingdom is there. The boundaries are set. Iskall's already been working on the wall. It's looking really awesome. But everybody is like kind of trying to figure out what they're going to build. Everybody's like kind of hesitant to start building the first thing. You know, what is it going to be? What is everybody going to make? So yeah, I guess it's like, I guess we could call it New Kingdom nerves, right? Everybody's a little bit nervous to go and be the first person to build something in there. But Iskall, Cubfan, and I have a really cool idea that we're going to be doing in Roxolani coming up. But I can't spoil anything for you guys just yet. But keep your eyeballs peeled on Kingdomcraft over the next couple of weeks, guys. We're going to make something absolutely awesome there. But as far as what I'm going to be making in Roxolani, well, I don't actually know yet. I've been thinking about some builds, but I haven't really managed to think of anything yet. I've been reading a ton of your guys' lore also. Been some really excellent lore suggestions for Roxolani, so I might take a little bit of inspiration from that. And you know, while we're talking about lore, guys, I just want to thank all of you guys who have been writing us lore over the last couple months. And I know that some of you guys have been saying, guys, have you actually read my lore? I wrote this. It took a long time to write. I hope you've read it and all of that sort of thing. I want you guys to rest assured that we read all of the freaking lore. In fact, we are on Skype together. Whenever we see a lore that we really, really like, we share it with the whole group, and everyone's like, man, that is so awesome. Someone wrote an excellent piece of lore. And of course, when we find a piece of lore that we absolutely love and that we just have to do, then it gets into a video. And you know, we just don't want you guys to stop writing lore, man. You keep that jazz coming, guys. And you know what? I'm going to put a link in the description box below to make it even easier for you guys to submit your your lore. For you cyberdogs out there to submit your lore, I'm going to put a thread. I'm going to open a thread on dogcraft.net where you guys can add your lore there. Dogcraft.net is my my fan site. It's a free to join server, or a free to join forum rather. And there's going to be a thread on dogcraft.net where you can stick your lore, and then I will be able to read it every single day at work, and we'll be able to try and figure something out together. So yeah, if you guys have really cool ideas for Roxolani, hit me up, man. Either write your lore in the comments of this video, or go to dogcraft.net, get your comments down there, or get your lore down there, and let's see if together we can figure out something really cool to build in the new kingdom of Roxolani. Well, my friends, I've been making some pretty decent progress on the railway station right here in the Mountain Kingdom. However, a scenario that I have been dreading for some time now has firmly landed in my lap. When I first started working on this railway station with Krillic a while back, we decided that we were going to dig out the interior of this mountain to make a station inside of it. And since then, the build has been fraught with freaking challenges all the way through. Number one, the first thing that we did was we actually broke into Bevo's ice farm that sits at the top of this mountain. And that was pretty bad. We actually damaged the whole system and had to do a bunch of repair work. Yeah, sorry about that one, Bevo, but we managed to fix it in the end. The second issue that we've had is, of course, that we broke through the mountainside over here. We jeopardized the nature of the backside of the Mountain Kingdom by tearing through the back of the mountain. So we're going to have to do a little bit of terraforming, I think, just to try and get this place looking a little bit more natural. I've got a whole bunch of dirt here, so we should be able to do this. But I hope, I mean, I'm pretty bad at terraforming. It's actually a skill that I'm trying to improve on in Minecraft, but you know, you don't get a lot of opportunities in this game to do terraforming unless you really look for those opportunities, or you really try. You know, you decide like, okay, today I'm going to build a mountainside, or today I'm going to change the way that this landscape looks completely. You know, unless you do those sort of things, you don't really get an opportunity to terraform. That actually looks quite natural. I think I've done a pretty decent job over here, guys. I thought that I was going to absolutely mess this terraforming up, but it's looking pretty good. I think all we got to do now is finalize the exit hole, I guess, of the place, and we could probably do that by just covering it up like this, getting in here, and adding a few more covers like that, and that should be absolutely perfect on the outside. All right, awesome. Terraforming mission complete, and I think that I did a pretty decent job. I'm quite proud of myself. Man, there is nothing quite like the satisfying feeling in Minecraft when you finish a long, grindy task. Am I right, my friends? Check it out, man. I've just finished laying down the foundations for this stretch of roofage. It is looking awesome. That means I've got one more of these to do. And considering I've done 1, 2, 3, 4 of them now, man, I can pretty much go on autopilot now and get these things freaking churned out. But I'm so happy that there's only one more to do. It is definitely the most time-consuming and most grindy part of this railway station build, and it is almost freaking finished. This is so freaking awesome. I'm so excited, guys. The only unfortunate issue that I'm going to have, I think, is that I'm going to run out of stone bricks right here at the end. Doesn't that always happen in Minecraft? Like, just as you get to the end of a build, you run out of freaking materials. Happens to me every single time, guys. I just don't understand it, man. It just is not fair. But anyway, let me finish this off, guys. I'm going to do all of this off camera because you don't want to sit through me grinding yet another freaking roofage build. I will see you guys back in a second. My friends, I am having one of those Minecraft moments. You know, those moments when you look over a build that you have been working on for hours and hours and hours, and you suddenly realize that the whole thing is coming together, something beautiful. Take a look at this place. Doesn't it look awesome, my friends? There's still a lot of work to do, but so far I am so freaking pleased with the progress that I have made in here. I've just finished off this last section of roofage, and what I've been doing now is adding in some details that I wanted to show you just before we move on from this build today. But look at this, guys. The place is starting to look amazing. You know, when I first imagined the place, I imagined looking at it from the back corner of the station and seeing rows of symmetrical pillars going all the way down railway lines that take us to amazing parts of our world. And this has turned out exactly the way that I imagined it. Isn't it looking glorious, guys? There is still a ton of work to do here, though, of course. But as far as a preliminary build goes, this is something that I'm extremely happy with and I'm extremely proud of, too. I'm very happy with how this build has come out. Now, I want to add a few more little details in here that I wanted to bring you back for because I really like what I've done here. I was trying to figure out a way to get some color into the station without making it too freaking crazy, because this is a railway station. It's a public service area, right? We can't have crazy colors in here. And what I started to experiment with was using slabbage. And slabbage is of course fits very well with stone bricks, but it's obviously a lot lighter. In fact, it's almost a white color. And what I decided to do was add slabbage at a certain level throughout the station. So what we've done is we've added basically a white line all the way through the station, and I might even extend it to the walls themselves. Check it out. I was thinking that this could look pretty awesome. And you know, when I think about stations, I usually see these kinds of things. In fact, I think Grand Hole Station in my survival series has something quite similar. I mean, look at that. Doesn't that look awesome? That really reminds me of a railway station, doesn't it? And it's just a really nice subtle color change to add some variance into the build that I think works absolutely beautifully. And it's going to work really, really nicely throughout the station, I think. But that is looking awesome. I also added a little bit of a pattern above the exit hole of each of the lines. And that's looking pretty decent too, isn't it? It's kind of like an arrow pointing down to your destination of awesomeness. Where do you want to go? The Swamp Kingdom, to Roxolani, to who knows where these are going to go, the Nether Kingdom, the Ocean Kingdom, who knows where these lines are going to take us in the future. But all I know is that when you come into this station, you are in for something awesome, because damn, is this place looking freaking sweet. As the sun sets over the Swamp Kingdom in Kingdomcraft here, I gotta tell you, my friends, I am so happy right now with the progress that we made together. The place is looking awesome. That railway station is looking beastly sweet. And I have come to the Zen Garden in the Swampy Spa just to come and relax, to come and take it easy after what was a big grindy build. And I'm just gonna dip my feet into the water here and just chill. And relax in the spa. In the next episode, my friends, we are going to be working here on the Swampy Spa. You can see that there is some pretty cool stuff happening behind me. A cookie for any of you guys who can figure out what's different since the last time we were together. But my friends, I've got to say goodbye for this episode because we have run out of time. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, you hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, you hit that subscribe button. And if you are enjoying this Kingdomcraft series, go and check out all of the other Kingdom Crafters. Their channels are in my description box for this video. Go and check them out. They're all doing incredible work on the server. Thank you so much for watching, guys. It's been RenDoG'S playing Kingdomcraft. We'll see you in the next episode.